Alright, what up y'all? It's your boy Saint Sandra here. We got another Marvel Rivals video. And this topic today has been dear to my heart. Been wanting to make this video for a while because, look, I'm seeing it happen too many times. It's becoming a problem and I just don't think a majority of the player base understands. Switching characters just needs to stop, okay? I wouldn't even be opposed to maybe even like, especially in like competitive, like if you, once you choose your comp, you're locked into that comp for at least maybe a round. But now don't get me wrong, we've all seen the videos and we've all heard that, like, you know, you need to learn how to change characters, you need to learn how to adjust, or you need to learn how to fill different roles and support your teams. So don't get me wrong, I do agree with all of that, and that's true. You do need to know how to play other characters, adjust, fill roles, like that's true. But you switching characters to 3, 4, 5 different characters and you suck with all of them, that is not helpful. You are blatantly throwing at that point, okay? If you're switching, like, and I mean like switching to characters that aren't even in the same role, just fucking up the comp. And this game, I've made previous videos, like it's very simple. This game's very simple. It comes down to math, momentum, and comp. That's literally it. Those are the 3 fundamentals of this game. Math, what do I mean by that? Like, it's simple, people. If there's 3 different roles, Vanguard, Strategist, and Duelist, and you got 6 players on a team, it's math, people. Like, your comp should be 2, 2, and 2. And like I said, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean like you shouldn't switch characters or have a different offset comp where you got, you know, I don't know, 4 duelists and 1 Vanguard. Like, sometimes that happens, and I don't think it's most effective. I do understand that it happens because sometimes there's characters that just you need to contest. You know, if you got like if there's an Iron Man or a Human Torch, if they got like a flying character that's just uncontested, not even just a flying character, if there's any character on the opponent team that's uncontested, you will lose that game. Like, there's no way around it. You're gonna lose that game if there's somebody's uncontested, because you're just fighting 5v6 practically. And so, but if you're switching characters and fucking up the comp, you know, where now all of a sudden, oh, I'm gonna do something, and you switch an entire role, and now you guys are just down 1 support, and then you're just gonna take the assumption that, oh, my teammate's gonna have to do something. Like, that you are throwing. You're the one throwing by doing that. Like, stop switching characters, people. It's not helpful. And so this game we got for you right here in the background, this video is gonna be kind of short because there's not much really to talk about other than, like, if you're switching characters, it's not a matter about switching, it's a matter of when to switch characters. So like I just said, like if you have an uncontested character, or if you're just getting completely just obliterated because if you're a strategist and you're getting completely obliterated because the fucking season 2 dive comp is just ridiculous right now, like I get it. But I don't think you going from a Luna getting butt raped by a Venom and a Spider-Man and an Iron Fist, and then switching to fucking Black Widow or a Squirrel Girl, like I'm dead ass serious. I see this, okay? I will be on a team where we're just getting smashed by a dive comp, okay? And my strategist will switch to somebody who's just free eats for dive comp. Like, I see them and they're like, you're not protecting your support. You're not protecting your support. And so then they'll switch to Squirrel Girl, who's just a sitting duck for dive comps. Okay, like, that's not helpful. You're throwing. And that's what I mean by, like, you're fucking up the comp. Like, I think strategists really need to understand, like, how to be more effective at the role. Like, I've told people, like, it's not your team's responsibility to peel back and protect the supports or strategists. It's the support's responsibility to get to their teammates. Because, like, if me being Captain America and my team's getting raped right now, or my strategist getting raped by their Captain America, like, okay, look at that. I'm gonna get to them and help as much as I can. But if you guys are 20 meters from objective, like, I'm not helping anybody by peeling back 20 meters and letting the enemy team just march on us because I gotta go protect you guys. Like, you're better off trying to get as close as possible to your Vanguard and the objective where the action is happening, and then your chances of being protected are a lot higher because it's gonna take the eyes off. It's gonna take the eyes off of you, and like you're just closer to your team. But it doesn't help anybody if I peel back 20 meters to go help you. they're marching, and then what? They just got a checkpoint because what? And then you're gonna switch character. Like, come on, people. It's this game is, and that's what I don't understand. Like, this game has been out. Like, I don't think you have to switch characters as much in competitive if you played characters heroes that you know. Like, that's what I don't understand. This game has been out for like half a year, 6 months almost at this point. Like, why? And I'm in the higher ranks, you know. I made it to Celestial last season, so that means if you, after the rank reset, you should be in like plat, even maybe gold, maybe diamond, like these higher ranks. Why am I not seeing Lord characters? Why am I not seeing Lord? Like, it's really not that hard to Lord a character. Like, it takes what, on average 20 hours to Lord a character, so we're talking 2 hours a day. Like, why am I seeing my teammates have characters that they do not know how to play? If you're not a Lord, that tells me you don't know how to play that character. And people sit there and say, oh, Lord doesn't matter. I'm sorry to tell y'all, I'll make a video on this. Lord does matter, because I'd rather take somebody who has 20 plus hours with the character than 2. Because that just tells me you know how to play them. You know how to counter other characters. You know how to fight 1v1s against other characters. Like, you understand their cooldowns better. Like, it's just common sense. It's common sense. And so when I see somebody who's playing someone they don't know, and we're in the higher ranks, this game's been out long enough, I know that you at least have one main. Like, I just don't understand it. Why are we going in competitive trying to learn other characters? And then you're gonna switch to another character you don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like, if you wanna do that, do it in quick match. Like, if you're gonna lose, it doesn't matter. And you can still get the repetition in and learn the character. But why are you bringing them into competitive? Like, with your inflated ego, thinking like you know what you're doing, when I guarantee you don't. Like, I tell people this: if you think you know what you're doing with that character, I dare you, take him to Doom Match, arcade game, and go play and win a game. Because that's where you'll learn you really don't know how to play that character. Because that's where you see more variation and you get more opportunity to use your character and his abilities in a different manner. Like, here in competitive and quick match, it's just a certain game mode, domination or convergent or whatever, like where you're pushing point. Like, that play style is very different. But what happens in this game mode is, like, you'll be caught in a 1v1 situation, or you'll get singled out, and next thing you know, you're having to fight somebody, and because you haven't put the hours in repetition with that character, you don't know how to fight against them. And so, like, for example, I've been learning how to play Iron Fist, and I thought I knew how to play Iron Fist. I go to Doom Match, now I'm having to fight 1v1 against a Magneto, 1v1 against a Mr. Fantastic, 1v1 against a Black Panther. These are all different characters. You need to understand how to fight against them differently. You don't get that as much in competitive and quick play. You just don't. But if you go into Doom Match, you just get that variation more and gives you that practice. And so people come in here wanting to learn new characters, you're fucking up the comp. Like, you're just messing up the comp, and then you're gonna switch to a character you don't know, or switch to a character thinking, like, I don't know, being stubborn. Like, you're just throwing people. It needs to stop. And so if you're gonna switch characters, like, switch characters to help your team, to switch characters that are gonna, like, support and fill. Don't just switch just because you're frustrated. And then last but not least, I don't know if people don't understand this or if they just don't care, but when you switch characters, you're giving up your ult. And so I'll see people, we'll be fighting for 2 minutes straight, half a round, whatever, and I don't hear a single ult, and then I see them switch. Like, at that rate, 2 minutes in, you should be at, like, what, 70, 80, if not 90%, and then you switch, you just threw your ult, and you're ultimately throwing the game, because now, like, we're just at a complete disadvantage. We're fighting almost 5v6, where the other team, if they're not switching characters, they're utilizing and building their ults effectively, consistently, where on my team, we don't have that 6th ult. We don't have that other ult to help give us the advantage, because you just switched and threw away your ult, and now you're back at 50%, you gotta rebuild it. Like, it's that simple, people. And then next thing you know, you lose momentum, you lose the round, you lose the game, GG's. Because like I said, it's that simple. It comes down to comp, momentum, math. So, I don't know, man. Like, here, this video is gonna be kind of short because there's not much to really talk about, but look, I'm gonna show y'all, like, we end up losing this game, and I'm gonna show you exactly why we lose this game. It's because people switching characters. And switching characters is like, this is not, like, you're throwing the game. Like, look at this, okay? So I got SVP. I played Captain America the entire game. I didn't stick with Captain America just to be stubborn. Like I genuinely believe like I was adding the most value to my team as Captain America. I wasn't even, if you look at that gameplay, I wasn't even diving on them that much. I really wasn't. All I was doing was trying to soak up damage and create space so my team could come and add value and fill their roles. But I mean, like, this is what I mean by like bad comp. Like, look at this person. Okay, granted, you did 36,000 heals. That's great. But you switch. Why did you switch? And you played in the same role, but why did you switch 3 times? Especially with Cloak, Dagger, Invisible Woman, and Luna. Like, they're the exact same role. Like, why did you do that? If anything, you're just resetting your ult. But then you go to like Mantis, they stay the same character, okay. But then look at this. 4 different characters. And what I mean by fucking up the comp is we had 3 heals at one point. And I just dropped a video on why 3 heals comp is washed. Please go watch it if you don't understand why you should not have 3 heal comp on your team. Like 3 heals comp is season 0, folks. Is that shit's washed, is over with. 3 heals comp, it comes down to, again, math. Like, it doesn't matter how much heals you're giving. I don't care if you're doing 20,000 heals a round. You can still only put out, like, your team can only put out so much damage because of cooldowns and charge ups. Like, it's math. And so 3 heals comp, you're fucking it up. You're switching characters for no reason. For no reason. Like, look at who you're switching to. Like, completely different roles. You go to this person, 5 different characters, 14 and 13, sucked with all of them. Not even in the same roles. And then, you know, this person switched. You switched to a different role. Not very helpful. But, like, that's gonna cost you a game. And then if you look at the enemy team, they won. Look at their Captain America. Stayed Captain America. I got cap diffed. Mainly because I got team diffed. But then look at their strategist role. MVP, Invisible Woman, didn't even get as many heals as my strategist, but stayed the same character, which means you're probably able to just build your ult more. Look at that. Goes back to what I said. Look, they got 4 lords on their team. Meanwhile, we ended with 4, but this person wasn't a lord, Invisible Woman wasn't a lord, Luna. This person wasn't a lord, Scarlet Witch, definitely wasn't a lord, Jeff. I don't know why they were dying as Jeff, the shark. I don't know how that happens. Wasn't a lord, Adam Warlock. This dude wasn't lord in anything. Like, just tells me you don't know how to play. But look at them. Lord, like, she's a lord Psylocke, but they switched 2 different roles. So 2 is a lot better than 5, but it's still within the same role. It's even the same kind of play style. They're both dive characters. So you're not, you know, maybe they changed to try and give themselves a little advantage. But look at this. Uncontested Iron Man, stayed Iron Man. Emma, stayed Emma. Like, it's that simple, people. That shit's gonna cost you the game. So I hate to tell y'all, like, switching characters is not gonna help you. And I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I understand, like, if you need to switch and adjust because, you know, you guys are just getting rinsed or you got a bad comp. Like, I understand that, and that's not what I'm trying to say. But you just need to understand when to switch characters, because if you're just frivolously switching for no reason, like, you're gonna cost you guys the game, man. It's gonna cost you the game. You can see here, like, we lost this game because of bad comp. Just bad comp. And we were putting up a fight. Like, we had a good chance. And here we are, you know, like, look, this is what I mean by, like, bad comp. This person, okay, they died, but here pretty soon, let me see if I can find the part. Like, look, back to Moon Knight, and going back to what I said about 3 heals comp, God forbid, you shouldn't have a 3 heals comp in general. God forbid you got 3 heals comp with 1 Vanguard. Like, you're just setting your team up to lose. Like, you're just setting your team up to lose. And so, like I said, like, I'm not even diving that hard. I peel back, and I can't help my team. I can't help. Mantis is dying, Cloak and Dagger's dying, and they don't even have like a dive comp like that. They got who? Magic, Cap, you know? I don't know, man. But hey, man, if you like this content so far, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. We're new to this, trying to be consistent, so hey, man, come check me out. You can find me everywhere at St. Sonder. We're streaming, playing regularly, getting back into some other games, Warzone, Verdansk. You know, that new Elder Scrolls Oblivion came out. We might be streaming that. But hey, if you're looking for other people to game with, other people, you know, that are pretty chill, we got a small little community on my Discord server. You can come check me out, St. Sonder server. But hey, man, we're gonna end it there, and stay tuned.